Okay, so let's discuss the another topic, and which is also important topic, that is called Terraform. So before discussing Terraform, what is infrastructure as a code? So what was the drawbacks of the manually creating the servers, modifying the servers, maintaining the servers, and decommissioning the servers? Earlier, what happened before these tools introduced, everything was kind of semi automated. Like some people are using through some scripts, or some people are doing manual work, creating the servers. So that was again a tedious, and it used to take weeks together to build a one server or group of servers, and which includes a lot of you know teams. Teams in the sense the system administrator, provisioning team, and network team is needed, storage team is needed, and so many things are there. So many approvals is needed for one server to build. So after in adopting the DevOps culture, so there are multiple tools are there, not only Terraform. So Terraform is one of the open source tool, and AWS cloud formation, and Vagrant, Azure, something provisioning is there. So many tools are there in terms of the infrastructure as a code provision tools. But why Terraform is so special out of all these things? It is a multi-cloud provider, multi-cloud or hybrid or on-prem also. On-prem servers also we can provision with the help of this one. So, and also it is open source. But when it comes to the AWS, it supports only AWS related cloud provisionings. So it won't support if you are using this cloud AWS cloud provision tool for the Azure, it won't support. If you use Azure provisioning for the AWS, it won't support, because they are created for their own dependency. So that is the reason Terraform is open source, and which supports all kind of all private cloud, public cloud, multi-cloud, hybrid, all things is going to support. That is the reason Terraform become a much more popular nowadays in the IT industry. And first, let's go through some hands-on, so that you will get idea what is Terraform, how are you going to build a servers using the Terraform. Okay. So what all things required for provisioning the Terraform? It's the prerequisites we have to anyway we are configuring AWS. So first AWS CLI we needs to download, and IAM user plus the keys you need to download, like access key, secret key, and security and secret key. We will talk about that. And if you want to configure in your local desktop also, you can do that. That is also possible. And Terraform. Terraform download. For an EC2 itself, EC2 machine itself. So we will just have a look at in the local, then we will look at the cloud or any one EC2 answer, so that both the ways we can cover. First, let's download the AWS CLI. AWS CLI installer for the Windows. So this is the link I am giving here itself. So that you will get the idea. I mean, it is easy for you to access. Here, go with this one. Or also you can download right away after clicking it. See, it is downloading. One folder. So you'll get CLI like this. If you just double click, see, you'll get like this. Okay. Since I've already, configured in my laptop, I just show you the steps so that you can do the same steps. Okay. Now to set up wizard, install AWS CLI command line. Just click next. Just accept the deal and click next. Next. Here, if you press install, it is gonna install the AWS CLI, because now I already configured, so I no need to again install. So if you just type AWS icon, so you will get the AWS version if it is installed, or else you don't get this output. Okay, so that is the first step. You need to configure. If you are configuring to your local desktop, you do these steps. Or if you wanted to configure in the Linux machine, you can go with the Linux option, do all the steps. This one, to install AWS, run this following command. Okay, just copy and run on the EC2 machine. So that is the first step. Okay. Next, IAM user. Here, just search after logging into your AWS console. Just type IAM. You will get IAM. This one pop up. Here, go to users. Here, if you see the create user, just create user. I'm creating a one because I already configured, but for demo purpose, I will show you how to create one more user. User, demo user. Okay, I'm just creating a name as demo user. provide user access to the AWS console, because we don't need this console. This access is for, again login into this AWS console. So since we already have, but we want just only CLA based, right? That's why I'm just using, I'm not ticking this one. Just click on next. Here, just go with the add user group. Next. Okay. Create user first. So once user created, if you look at this demo user, that is the one we have created, right? Just click on it. Up under the users, if you just click on the recently created user, you'll get like this. Here is the demo user information. Now, if you look at this add permissions, add, select there are two options are there in the drop down, add, create, but give add permission. Here you will get three sort of things: add user to group, copy permissions, attach policies directly. Let's choose attach policies directly. Okay. Here, see many policies are available here. Just go with the, for the demo purpose, you can give administrator access, but in the real time, you don't get all this administrative access. You have to work. They will assign in the companies, they will assign a separate roles for you. So, if you want to only EC2 level access, you'll get only, EC2 full access. So whichever you want, either S3 bucket. So look at this AWS S3 full access. Only specific services access you can get like this. But since it's our own account, we can give full permission, administrative access, so that you will have all the commands over to you. Just click next. Okay. Add permissions done. Now, look at this one: permissions, groups, tags, security credential, last access. Okay. Go to security credentials. Click on the security credential. Here you notice this. Ignore other things. Only focus on access keys. This one. Create access key. Here we want only CLA access. Okay. Just click. So out of this one, so many things are there, but we want CLA access. Just click on CLA access. Click next. Okay. We have to check this one. Next. Just I'm giving a description. Demo user. Okay. Create access key. Once you created this one, you will get two keys: access key and secret key. You can download it. Better you download it, because these things are, you cannot regenerate it. Once created, that's it. You cannot regenerate. You have to create a new fresh keys. So where we are using these keys, you can, let me download this one. Now, where we are using, where you have to provide these key details means. So once your AWS setup is done, right? The installation part. The next part is configuration, AWS configuration. AWS config. AWS configure. See. If you see AWS config, it is to prompt you AWS key ID. Just copy this one. See, access key, copy this AWS access key and paste here. Because I am not pasting, because I already configured. Enter. Again, it will prompt you for the secret key. Just copy this one, or I mean, CSV file downloaded it. From there also you can copy paste in this file also. Same details will be available. Just enter, so secret key it will prompt you, just copy paste the things. Again, one more it will ask you region, which region you wanted to set. You can leave it, I mean, by default it will consider some region, so no issues. And one more, there is a format it is asking, which AWS format. So just select the default values, that's it. So your AWS setup is completed. All your AWS CLI support is completed. Now Terraform, okay, we will check this one.
Sir, one doubt, sir. That copied part where you pasted, sir, no?
Here only. I mean, I did not paste it because already configuration is done, right?
Okay, got
it. Here, the copied one access key, here you have to paste. It is prompting access key ID. Here
okay, got it. Got it, sir.
After entering, it will prompt you for your secret key access. You just copy paste secret key also. And one more thing, it will prompt you for US region. Just enter. It will take for some default region. That's not an issue.
Okay.
So after setup is done, now your AWS CL is ready for access your AWS through the command prompt. How do you know whether my AWS is able to communicate with the AWS? My local desktop is communicating to AWS. How do I know? So let me go through. I already created a couple of AWS buckets. There are 3 buckets is available, right? These 3. I'll check whether I'm able to communicate or not AWS. And yes. See, this is the command. AWS is the initial command you have to enter. S3 is the service. LS is the list of services. So if you look at AWS training bucket is my first bucket. Terraform, this is second bucket. This is third bucket. Let me create one more and let's try to pull.
Sir, sorry for the interruption. What is S3, sir, in that?
S3 is another service in the AWS, which is storage service.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you will get to know all these things in since it is not part of the DevOps, that is prerequisite. You should know before this course. You should aware of AWS, but not an issue. So after the course also you can learn. Okay, there are many YouTube videos are there. Just go through, so you will get what all services are available. Okay. But for the Terraform demonstration, I'm showing you setups. So now we are able to make a connection to AWS from our local desktop. The configuration setup is done now. Okay. Okay. This part also done. User creation is done, and setup, access key and secret key. That is also done. Now next step is download the Terraform. Terraform download. See. If you look at this, I'll copy paste here. Where to download? From there you can navigate your download install. So since we are setting up in the Windows, you can download this download option. You are going to get this one. If you want to configure in the Unix, you can use this command. It is going to download. Okay. Open this one. Just extract all. Extract. So there is an installer, right? Just copy the entire folder. Okay. Just copy the entire folder. You can set here also, but I am just keeping all installed in the C drive. See, I had pasted already Terraform, this folder. Under the folder we have Terraform, right? Just take this path and add it in environment variable. If you go to this PC, in your PC also you can try this one. What is this? This is Windows 11, so it's quite difficult. But I can straight away get this environment variable, edit the environment variable. But if you have a Windows 10, check this PC. From there you can see this PC. Then go to properties and there is advanced system settings. You will get like this environment variable. Okay, click on that. Here if you see the path, right, just edit. After editing, just click new and so you can enter like this. Copy paste that path here. Okay, since I already have updated, so I'm not adding again. So once that is done, just apply. Okay, give okay. So after giving all the things, you have to check the version. Version. So if you get the version, now your Terraform is set. You are able to communicate Terraform with your remote repositories. The initial setup is done. You can easily make a connections. So up to this part, if you are fine, you can where is that Terra? So the Terraform setup also done. Now we can start our real answer. We can start creating the instances. Now create a one folder. Now I'll show you where the Git we are using. How are you going to make use of Git in the remaining tools? Let's open the Git. So since we have a repo, right, DevOps Observer demo, all these things we played, no? So that is already available here. cd git. So we are using the Git. Without Git also we can do it, but I wanted to show you Git where we are using Git. Where are we using Git? Okay. cd DevOps. February. I'm using this repository. Existing we had in the Git session we have created this one. Git status. So everything is clean. Okay. So I wanted to delete all the text files and all because it was just our Git demo purpose I had created. No, let me navigate manually and try this. I'm deleting all the files. Okay, just we will use this Git repository for our tools purpose. Now Git status, all files I'm deleting. Git add, git commit, -m, remove text files. Git push. Okay, all files is clear. Nothing is there. Now so this folder is ready for our demo, I mean Terraform purpose. Okay. So for interactive, I'm just opening a VS Code. Let me choose that folder. Okay. So that you will get a better GUI. I'm just opening this folder. Okay. I'm trying to create a one Terraform file. Main.tf. Okay. And I'm trying to add some information which is going to create a ACD instance. You guys able to see my screen, right? Guys, are you there? Are you following me, right?
Yeah, very good.
Okay. So this is how the Terraform HashiCorp. This is called it as HashiCorp language, HCL, HashiCorp language. We have to define the like this. The EC2 instance is the resource we are defining, and we are defining some syntax. AMI means what image you are trying to access. This image I am copying from the sorry. So we had already provided a lot of instances, right? Just click instance. Here you will get all the image IDs. If you click Ubuntu, here you will get a AMI ID, right? For each image, you will have one image ID. So for this one, there is one separate AMI ID. For Windows, you will get a different AMI ID. So like that, okay? For Ubuntu also, you will get one different AMI ID. I'm just copying this AMI ID because I am going to spin up a EC2 instance through the Terraform. So for that, I need AMI ID. I'm just using AMI ID. Okay. And instance type, what instance you want? Instance type in the sense, as I said, no. Here, is it you want a nano you want, or macro you want, or small you, medium? These tags I'm talking about. T2.micro I'm choosing. How many count? Let me create a one server. And tags, tags in the names. What names you are trying to provide? Terraform. I'm giving Terraform demo server. So that it is going to spin up a server with the name Terraform demo server. Okay. Save it and open a terminal. Let me open here itself. The first thing I wanted to do one thing is Terraform init. We are going to first initiate the Terraform. So it is going to initialize your Terraform in that folder. Okay. It is setting the things to that folder. So now we are able to initiate the things successfully. Now what we have to do? Terraform plan. Plan in the sense it is going to just validate the whether things are properly arranged or not. It is going to validate the settings, syntax. If any grammatical, syntactical errors are there, it is going to error you out. Let me insert Terraform plan so that it is going to scan your HCL corp. Sorry, HCL the language. If any syntax errors are there, it is going to give error. Okay, plan is done. Want to add 0 to change, 0 to destroy. It means it is scanned all your syntax and it is giving says that one resource is there for adding. Now just Terraform apply. Okay. If you show, it is gonna create your. It is gonna revalidate. Okay. See. Now things are ready. We need to. It is prompting you whether you wanted to continue. Just press yes. Now it is gonna create a instance. Just notice here something is going to spin up with the name Terraform demo server. This see Terraform demo server. Now your EC2 instance is ready. Terraform demo server. See this is the name tags we have given. Correct now? Probably. Okay. See your server is ready to access. Like that. Through Terraform, we are going to provision a servers or infrastructure. Not only a server, so many things. Like if you wanted to configure a VPC, you can write a separate playbook. But see, these are all the minimum parameters which we need to pass to the Terraform, and rest of the things by default it is gonna select default settings. It is gonna create. If you open here, see all these parameters, AMI, ID, all see by default it is considering. By default VPC it is created, default security groups it is created. Okay, so all is taking automatically. But how I wanted to give a specific VPC ID, specific security groups I wanted to give. So those things we can, again we need to provide as an input here. So that those things we can, discuss in the tomorrow class. But now just understand what are all things we perform to provision a server. Terraform INIT we had given, Terraform plan, Terraform apply. It is first command we have to initialize in um, the folder where you are going to start up. And Terraform plan, the next command we have to issue because you wanted to check whether the syntax, is there any syntax errors in that script or not. And we are going to apply whatever the changes, the plans you have did, you are going to apply with the help of apply command. So your server is ready, up and ready. And how I wanted to delete that server, how to do it? Terraform destroy. If you give just Terraform destroy, it is going to terminate your server. If you issue Terraform destroy. So it is going to prompt you, reconfirm, do you really want to destroy all the services? How many services? One to destroy, because only one server we had, provision, right? Just press S, it is going to destroy this server. It is destroying now. If you refresh, it is going to destroy. So shutting down. Okay, one server destroyed successfully. If you refresh, it is being setting down, but it is gonna terminate completely. Now your server is no longer available. Okay, spin up two servers. We can give queue count equal to 2, and you can perform. I'll tell you one more example. Let it be one only. Let me plan I'll tell you how once we created a server, how are we going to create one more server? How Terraform is actioning against multiple servers. Sunil and Vida, I think you guys are following me, right? You are not sidetracking. So plan is done.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, apply. So instead of I don't want to give yes again and again. I can give auto approve so that it won't prompt you to give either yes or no. So straight away it is going to apply. So it won't ask you to whether you want to yes or no. If you give auto approve, it is going to take it as yes. So it is going to provision a server, one server. If one added. Okay, one server is creating. See, initializing this one. Correct now? It is created now. Now I want to show you. I want one more server. Create one more server. I mean two servers I want. Just issue Terraform plan. Now you'll see the magic because one server is already existing in the AWS, and I wanted to in creating one more server. So what Terraform is going to do now? So one to add because one is already created. No, only one more server extra we needs to create. That's why it is giving one to add. Okay. Now if you apply auto approve, it is gonna create only one server because one server is already existing, and it won't recreate the existing server. It is one server is already running, and it is gonna insert one more server on top of it. See, one more server created. Because we had given count to 2, right? One server is already existing, and one more server it is going to spin up. And what is that instance ID? Ends with 980B. Ends with 980B ID. Instance ID. So one added. So two servers got provisioned. Now I wanted to destroy. It is gonna terminate both these servers. So two to destroy. Refresh. It is still in progress. Yeah, now it is started shutting down. Yeah, two servers got destroyed. Okay, so that is how we can provision a server, we can deprovision a server. How to maintain all these things with the help of Terraform, we have just seen, right? Now, since as I said, I wanted to maintain all this configuration part because this configuration is essential for me. Okay, tomorrow I wanted to do some modifications, but who knows, if you are keeping in your local desktop, only you are able to access this world. But in a team, within a group of people, everybody needs to update their work, right? So that's the reason Git comes into the picture. We are maintaining all these things in a Git repo. Okay, now I wanted to, if you go here and all, you can do your um, what you call, do your Git push pop also you can do. I'll show you here once. Or I mean, both the ways you can do it. Open Git, go to what is this time? CD DevOps training, CD Git, CD. What is that? DevOps demo February. So we are into the DevOps February folder. We have Git status. So we had created these many. I mean, mine.tf. Other rest of the files got created by Terraform itself. Just Git add all the files. No issues. It is taking some time. We'll do here also in the GUI itself. Here, if you look at this, you have to do some commit message. Added Terraform files. Just commit. Make sure configuration. Okay, here we did not configure. No, that's why it is not considering. Let's do here itself. Yeah. But what I was trying to say is, whatever configuration we have made for the Terraform, we are going to push the configuration to the remote repository for, safeguarding our content. So your configuration is going to load here, and we can reuse the same code for tomorrow. I mean, all our lab purpose. And as I said, no, Git is the base, the beginning tool for the remaining tools. So this is all the configuration we are going to maintain the Git repository for across all the different tools configurations. Okay, so that's what I mean to say. So this is taking something, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are able to push all the local repository to remote repository of Terraform, files. So that if you are trying to delete your local folder unexpectedly, so still your configuration is there in the remote repository, you can easily pull the content git put and do your operations. um, um, Git limitations, that's why it is throwing error. We need to ignore a couple of files because all the files we cannot pull right, I mean push right. Git, let me ignore a couple of files. See, 600 MB it has, that's why it is um, it is unable to push to remote repository. Let's do one thing. Let's ignore dot terraform. So that we don't need to push this entire 600 MB it has. Git add git every type now terraform git push. So again it is considering that we are not, I'm not sure. Yeah. So don't worry. This is just size error. It is not supporting the entire files to move to remote repository because it has 600 MB this file folder. I'll check that one tomorrow. But that is a you can monitor. I can keep all your configuration on the remote repository. Okay. Any doubts so far? I hope this topic is clear now.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
practice, is if anything, doubts will come to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. That is the only way you have to practice. So anyway, you are parallelly trying is going on. Just practice. Dedicate 1 hour at least in a day. Practice so that again other times you no need to bother about all the other work. If you know all the tools, if
Okay.
once completed all the tools, it's very difficult you to practice because you will get a lot of confusions which tool is to configure. I mean, um, practice. Since you are getting in a week, you are getting multiple days break, so that it is easier for you guys to practice instead of after all the tools the completed again you cannot practice. You don't get a time. Weekly at least try 1 or 2 days so that it will be easier for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me stop
Sir,
my
already we know